and all of you, because you love Seputla and you love the arts, you're welcome. My name is Nakedi Ribani. I'll be the program director for the day, and I will be trying to steer this ship as best as we can, and you're all welcome. I won't be long because now, for the moment, let's have our host introducing and welcoming us into what will be happening, and that will be the chairperson of the State Theatre. I didn't actually say anything about the council. I wanted to thank the State Theatre and to welcome the State Theatre and acknowledge its council as well, and the staff and everyone who took part in assisting in all of this. So we will now call the host, which will be represented by the chairperson, Ms. Lenore Gos-Maiki, to welcome you properly. Thank you.
Is my mic on? Yes, there we go. Program Director, the Sebogodi family, our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Shane Maja, our Artistic Director, Mr. Aubrey Sakabi, members of the South African State Theatre Council, Deputy Director of the Performing Arts from the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, Mr. Lutuli, Mrs. Gebeka Kolibali, Director of the Cultural Office of the Embassy of Cote d'Ivoire in South Africa, Samuel Degny, the Assistant of the Director, distinguished guests, members of the Creative Fraternity, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Good morning. My name is Lenore Gos-Maiki, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the chairperson of the South African State Theatre. On behalf of the council, our CEO, staff, our artistic director, management, and the entire State Theatre family, I extend our heartfelt condolences to the Sebogodi family, his loved ones, friends, colleagues, and to every South African whose life was touched by the remarkable gift of Seputla Daniel Sebogodi. Thank you for joining us today as we gather to celebrate an extraordinary life. Your presence here is a testament to the profound impact that Seputla had on our country, on our industry, and on all of us who were fortunate enough to witness his remarkable journey. There are moments in life when words feel inadequate, and this morning is one of those moments. Today we gather not only to say goodbye to a legendary actor, an icon, but to honor a remarkable human being whose life became woven into the story of South African theatre. Seputla Daniel Sebogodi did not simply perform on our stages. He gave life to them. He did not merely entertain audiences. He helped us understand ourselves. Through every character he portrayed, every story he told, and every young artist he encouraged, he reminded us that the arts are not simply about performance. They are about humanity. They are about truth. They are about healing. They are about preserving who we are. Today, the South African State Theatre mourns one of its own. The South African State Theatre is more than one of Africa's largest performing arts institutions. It is a home of creativity, a custodian of our cultural heritage, and a place where South Africans from all walks of life come together through the power of storytelling. As council, we are committed to preserving the proud legacy while shaping the future through our vision of smart theatre, where innovation complements tradition, technology expands access through initiatives such as SAS TV, and young people are inspired to discover and share their stories. We stand for excellence, transformation, inclusion, African storytelling, and preserving our heritage while embracing innovation. We believe that the true heart of theatre will always be the human connection it creates. And these values are embodied in the life and legacy of Seputla Daniel Sebogodi. His relationship with the South African State Theatre was built through decades of artistic excellence, collaboration, and friendship. His journey with our artistic director, Mr. Aubrey Sekabi, began in 1985. Together, they helped shape South African theatre through productions that remain significant milestones in our cultural history. Aubrey directed Seputla in the Rivonia trial, On My Birthday, and Nothing But the Truth. Together, they also toured the United States of America, taking South African stories beyond our borders and demonstrating the world the richness, the resilience, and brilliance of our theatre. That journey says everything about the kind of artist Seputla was. He never arrived simply to perform. He arrived prepared. He arrived disciplined. He arrived humble. He arrived with respect for every rehearsal, every director, every colleague, and every member of the production teams. He understood that excellence was not an event, it was a habit. Those who shared a stage with him speak not only about his extraordinary talent, but also about his immense generosity. He made younger actors feel seen and heard. He encouraged them. He challenged them to become better. He understood that greatness is not measured by how brightly one shines alone, but by how many others one inspires to shine. That is true leadership. That is legacy. Whether audiences encountered him on the stage, on the television, or in film, they recognized something rare. They recognized truth. He never, ever performed for applause. He performed to move people. He gave every character dignity. He gave every story honesty. He gave every audience something to remember. And because of that, millions of South Africans welcomed him into their homes and into their hearts. I personally have the fondest memories of watching the charismatic Kenneth Mashaba on Generations with my late grandmother. And listen, that was a date that was set every week, and we sat together and we watched Generations. Today we mourn Seputla's passing, but more importantly, we celebrate his incredible, incredible life. In our sorrow, we celebrate a life exceptionally well lived. We celebrate the laughter that he brought. We celebrate the tears that he helped us understand. We celebrate the countless stories that became unforgettable because he told them. Most importantly, we celebrate the man behind the actor, the man of humility, the man of integrity, a mentor, a colleague, a friend, a servant of the arts, a father, a husband, a brother, a loved one. To the Sebogodi family, thank you. Thank you for sharing Seputla with South Africa and with the world at large. We know that today is your loss and it is deeply personal. But please also know that we share the loss with you. The South African creative sector and community mourns with you. The South African State Theatre mourns with you. As council, we make this promise today. We will continue to build an institution worthy of artists, of the legend like Seputla Daniel Sebogodi. We will continue investing in young artists. We will continue preserving our stories. We will continue ensuring that the South African State Theatre remains a home where talent is nurtured, excellence is celebrated, and legacies are honored. Because the greatest tribute that we can offer Seputla is not only by the words that we speak today. It is in the work we continue tomorrow. It is in every young actor that we inspire, every story we courageously tell. It is in every curtain that rises in this theater, carrying forward the legacy of those who came before us. As we bid farewell to Seputla today, let us remember that legends never truly leave us. They live in the stories that they told. They live in the lives that they've changed. They live in the stages, such as this one, that they, Mr. Seputla, transformed. And they live in every generation that chooses to dream because they first showed us what was possible. May Seputla Daniel Sebogodi rest in eternal peace. May his extraordinary legacy continue to inspire South Africa and the world. May we continue to honor his memory by continuing to build a theater sector worthy of his remarkable contribution. To the Segopode family, our sincerest and most heartfelt condolences on behalf of the South African State Theatre. Your loss is our loss, but your celebration is our celebration of the remarkable, incredible, legend, iconic Mr. Seputla. Thank you. May God bless you all. And once again, rest in eternal peace, Mr. Seputla. We thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chairperson of the Council, Mrs. Lenore Gos Maki. There are special people in our lives who will never forget, who will never leave us. As we are here to bid Seputla goodbye or to actually remember him as he lived before and what he meant to us, it would be much better. Let me just come nearer here. I don't know why I'm standing there. It's because I'm not sure if I can use this one. Okay. So, but then what I want to do is to try not to repeat what other people are saying. All of us who are here because Seputla meant something to them and they know something about him. But now what we should do is to make the family also not to be somber and, we cried when we first heard, we are still sore, we're still crying. But let's try and really celebrate this person and remember him the way he was and for what he would mean to us. Re gopole motho ka kapa e ya rena e, lepara gare ga mapara. Re mo gopole ka mokgwa be a le ka gona, re tsebe gore what does it mean to us? Sekgwari sa dilo tše ntšhi tse re di tsebang tsa go bapala tša dipapadi, whether ke music, goba ke go actor, goba ke eng. So for now, I will call all the people who had something to do with him, who were either related to Seputla, were friends, spent a lot of time with, and let's try and be happy about it when we can. It's not easy, but then it will make us feel a little bit better. and make us remember him for life, because he has left a legacy that will stay with us forever. There's lots you can see from his work, and wow, just looking at him makes me think like I'm talking to him. It's better not keep on looking, but then let's just try and really be happy and try and comfort each other. Thank you so much for being here. And for now, I'll be calling the next speaker that will be coming, who will be his colleague and friend, Patrick Sanku Bukaba. I hope he's ready. Thank you.
No, but it's fine. Okay. 1, 2. Tobela. Abasheni. Lochani. Hoyemore. Good morning. Jumela. Imachelo. This is the cast of Black Moon, which was written by very own legendary creative, the playwright, director, producer, musician, and actor par excellence. I called him Bubla. He called me Bubla. I'm sure many of you have heard of this name, Bubla. Back in the day when he used to call me a lot, and I would, return calls and call him, even when we met, because we're from Attridgeville. Ons is mense van Peli af, home of jazz, Black Rock, Soulsville, Kitswa Ramokgopa Street. And the street next to Ramokgopa is Morifilapa. So I want to paint some, picture for you to understand something about how I got to be related with him. I would say or title it as I walked where he walked. From Peli, from Black Rock, Koreka Acha, Kohabo. He attended school, primary school called Mabafing. He was way ahead of me. The difference is about 11 years. From Mabafing Primary School, I also attended the very same school. The other day at our rehearsals at Vets DFL, I've organized a space for them because I'm a student there. And we were having just a beautiful chat of how we started our journeys as artists. And I said, Nake tumile ko Mabafeng, ko Stenet 1. Arlen nake tumile ko Mabafeng, ko Stenet 2. Karawara nake tumile before wena. And then it was a nativity show that I did, the story of Jesus Christ. And I told him I played Herod's henchman, bodyguard. And he said, nah, but I couldn't do that play. Get why? Yeah. I cried because they gave me a role that I thought, no, this was not for me. Kiri, which role? Arsatani. Remember, it's a role. A role is a role. And we know as actors, we enroll, and then after that, we de-roll. So no, you don't understand. What? I told them at that age, I cannot play Satan. And they chose me simply because I'm the darkest in the classroom. I'm blacker than all of them. So and I said, because Satan, and he cried. He never got to play. So after that, years later, he was a protege of Gibson Kente. After many years, I found myself at the very stable of Gibson Kente. May his soul rest in peace, the father of black theater. And during our rehearsals, again, we spoke a lot about our experience of being at that stable, how disciplined actors from Gibson Kente are, and how Gibson Kente inserted something in us. We spoke about almost everything. And he also mentioned the other day how Brajeri was part of Gibson Kente's stable, but he was fired. And I got to realize that now I'm sitting with giants here. And what am I? Why did you choose me to be part of your last play? He started calling me early last year. Mfanaga, Bubla, I want you. It's a two-hander black moon. And the characters there, the actors are supposed to be two. It was him and Brajeri. And he said, I am telling the story as a narrator, but I'm seeing you, I keep seeing you in the play. So he started writing for me. And I kept asking him, where's the script? Skawara wena, skaiwara ka scripti, utakrea scripti. Then eventually, because we were supposed to have done this last year, and also with some tour of industrial theater and stuff, went to Gibson Kente. The music that you're listening to now, I was part of that. I think I did backing vocals for about 4 songs. We went to Botswana the other day. He found me, go Meidol, go Kudi Street. And he just called me and, hey, Bubla, omokai, kire kimo Kudu. Otware passport, kire passport, and then, are we touring soon or something? Emaneta. He drove all the way, I don't know, from Joburg, and then suddenly I could see outside there was a double cab. And then he called me and I said, Botswana, oh, Bubla, just now. Botswana. Now I have a meeting. I just want to go with you. Just travel with me. And we went there and we came back. Zerast, when we came back, we had a breakfast in some, I can't even mention, because they're not paying me. And there were lots of people. The box how, the CDs. Magic na, are magic way. Okay. No. Then we went out and they saw him and he was playing Kenneth Mashaba then. Hello, Dini. And then suddenly there were lots and lots of people. I immediately went to his car. The boot, I took out boxes, about 4 boxes. There were about maybe 200 CDs. And in 10 minutes, people buying them, 100 rand. But I'm coward. But I'm the salesperson here. I did the job. I'll get over 500 rand. It's okay. And we did all those things because he called me every second day, Oshap. But the one thing that I will always remember him of us is that there's never in my journey had I found someone who'd appreciate my work than Bubla. And for that, my brother, he'd call me, he'd come to watch me perform here at the State Theater, and he'd remind me after maybe 5 years, just a simple scene to say, I saw you doing this scene, and this is what you did. And this is something that cannot just go away from me. What I saw, your presence on stage and stuff. And he kept on reminding me. And just recently, before our practical exams, I called him. I'm doing this handout that I researched. It's all about me, my name, and then I put it on stage as a one-man play, and we're going to perform on our handers. Suddenly, he was there. He drove all the way from Polokwane, and I performed, and after that, he was crazy, was so crazy, called people, and then after that, he started talking to me about the play. Bubla, this is you, Mfanaka. So I want to direct this show. Bubla, no, not now. I'm going to direct you. No, let's trade. Show. On one separate, and I saw one separate. No. Also that one, I'm saying this with confidence now. You are going to play once a parrot. And there's no actor who'll do that except you. Paul Slablepsy is not going to direct. I'm going to direct you. So I'm going to direct you on these 2 shows. So, Tabelo, Auskankawata Mfanaka, once a parrot, Leona, we'll negotiate. But the other thing that I would just want to highlight in passing, he shocked us while we were busy rehearsing at Vets. He said to us, Black Moon, Are, please, Brajeri, send me your ID copy. And he called me on my way to the rehearsals. Please send me your ID copy. Get for what? He said, as you'll see. Then we went on a rehearsal. Later, in the afternoon, he spoke to someone, we were listening, and that guy from CIPC for registrations of companies and stuff, and he shared with us the certificate, your company. It's the 3 of us. So it shocked us. And he said, the company is registered. It's the 3 of us. And I want us to carry on with the legacy, and also Black Moon to take it all over the world. So it's now registered as Black Moon Projects. So he knew, I think he saw what was coming. Now the company is here. And the last Friday, just a few days before he left us, he said, he called a meeting, I think it was a virtual meeting on WhatsApp. He started saying things. We played out for full houses, go Grahamstown, people loved the show. I'm going to meet or brief very soon here, Mo State Theater. Market Theater is calling. Northern Cape is calling. Do you have passports? Brajeri said, no, not passport. And I also said, I was like, you're not here. I don't know where you are. And he said, okay, fine. Botswana is calling. We're going to Botswana. But we also going to Scotland very soon. We have to go to Scotland. We have to go to England. We have to go to Germany. And all those places. And after a few days, It is where we are. But then, in my summation, my parting shot will be, he gave his last bow on stage. It was the last bow, the three of us at Grahamstown, B2 Momentum. We held each other and we bowed 3 times. The curtain call. He knew what he was doing. Bubla, me bra o le baga baga, le ga o vaile naksa tsa ka di conversations tse neng gore re phela re ne re na le tsona nna le wena ke tlo botsa gore re a wina cup e le tlang gape gape lena le tlo nna le number 2. Jasmine Broer, I love you so much, my brother. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for holding me by the hand and, journey with me. We will miss you, but the legacy, Yahweh will preserve it. And the show, you said it, go Grahamstown, the show must go on. Thank you.
O buile ke tla bua.
It's good to hear you being happy a bit. And yeah, there's a Jewish prayer that says that as long as we live, they too will live. For they are now a part of us as we remember them. Even in African terms, in African everyday life, that's how we live, aren't we? So many times we like thinking that we are different from other people. From now on, I think I'm going to be a little bit strict with the speakers because of the time limits that we have. And this space actually is supposed to be used by another performers. So we've just been borrowed the space. But now, having said those words that will remember these people, I'm going to call one of the people that he spent time with because Seputla's interests were broad, and that was somebody in the soccer fraternity. That's before I call him, I would like to say that after him, I'll try not to come on stage, but I'd like that Anthony Tobijani, I be ready, I hope hona, and ke khopela batho ba bophelo ke semphego. Ke bona tshedi mo pela ka mo nkele a ke bone tsokwane a ke bone re ba kae ge ntate Tobijani a tla ke khopela di le dio tla fela le eme mo re gopole ba le gopole le eme le ntate Tobijani. So I hope you'll be there. For now, let me call and Tate John Lishaba Malombo Lombis.
Program director Msora Marapo, Batlhompegi. Laka libitso ka re setse ba lebuditse ke nna Jan Malombo Lechaba. Ke moshimane wa Sebitiela. Ke moshimane wa Makushwaneng. Ke moshimane wa Polokwane. Let me just take this opportunity to thank everybody who's here. Go ba ga Sebogodi, ke rata go le botsa gore a se lena fela le latlhegetsweng le rena re latlhegetswe. Let me just take you back. Where did we meet? Myself and Seputla. I met Seputla in the 80s. Go Gauteng. By then, I think I was 25 years. And that was 50 years ago. He kopana le Seputla, Alko Gibson Kente. Batho ba bantši ba re man go na le mfano mong o tshwana le wena man go tshwana le ba re ke mang. When we met ba re la swana le bana ba motho na ka ra wa re bana ba motho go tseba bo papa rena nna re bana ba modimo. Yeah, but all what I want to say, he has lived his life. Batho ba rata go bolela gore, you know, people, they always want to say something. They want to be judgmental, but judge batho, and of which is something that is wrong. As we know that this world is a stage, the world is a stage whereby everybody is coming to perform. How do you perform as long as at the end of the day, people are happy about your performance? That's is a fact thing. But rena re njwalo rena, batho ba rena, especially South Africa, I'm sorry to say, ba Africa, we want to be judgmental. Re a judge batho re se. You know, people, they want to say that motho ha ne selo, o tlhokofetse a sene selo. But what I want to say to you today that go belega o tlile leng, and go sepela o sepela leng. Nothing. Whatever we have in this world is just material. Ke ditools, re raloka ka tsone. You can have a Lamborghini, mara go sepela wa e tlogela ka ra wa tla ka yona. And go na le ntho engwe gape ke nyaka something that I want to emphasize, especially ka rona. Ge motho a tlotsa, if somebody is limping, mo thushe, o ska mo sega. Ka njwa le go na le this thing ba re ke di social media. Social media, there's nothing like a social media. Social media is me and you. Because lo tse di le mo social media di bolela ke rena. A di bolele ke batho ba bang. Rena re tshwantse re ithute we must learn to, you know, to help each other, not to love each other. The other day I was in Durban, ke tsena ka mo restauranteng. Ka ke ra ba takile tafola, so the table, and then ka fitla mola, this guy knows me. Ar Malombo, what are you here? Ke no, I'm coming here for this and that. Are okay. Then ke mo ene ke birthday ya mang. And then this guy, it's not a birthday. These people are coming to eat. They're coming to eat, yeah. Oh, okay. They come one by one. Ba fitla mola ba dula fatshe. Ke ba ba tswang de Pakistan ba ja mola. So ke mo ene ke re this is normal what they're doing. But the fact that I'm trying to say is that these people that are together, they can't eat alone. Now you eat alone, you forget about your brother. Ke ntho re tshwantse re itlhokomele mo bophelong ba rena. Re tsebe gore malapa ga a lekane. That one we must know. But all in all, what Seputla did, I still remember this one, bophelo ke sempheo. I'm sure that was his first film by ya TV. Yena Naked Ribani, Lena Seputla. But if you look at the title of that film, bophelo ke sempheo, which means life is unpredictable. You know, you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. But all in all is that a re tlhomphaneng. That is a message. Re ska ra segana. O mong le mong a gona motho wa ngwana Satan ka moka re bana ba Modimo. Ke rata gore go ba lapa ba Sebogodi batho ba bolela. People will always talk. A ba bolele ke mmereko wa bone. And ba ka se bolele ka wena e le gore ha o selo. Ba bolela ka wena because you are doing something. Na ge batho ba bolela ka nna ke a ba bona ba ko re bona ka molomo ba re malombo. Ke re ba le ba bolela ka nna. Then I said to myself, batho ba ba bolela ka nna. Ke bona ka mbo ke re ke nna. But the point is, ba bolela ka nna, a ba bolele le nna. So a ke netaba le ba tshwantse ba bolele ka nna. Ba ithabishe ba bolele ka nna because I'm special. I'm the chosen one. I'm doing something that is not doing by everybody. So Seputla, he was the chosen one. Yeah, when people are talking, there are two things that you should know. When people are talking, it's either they're talking good about you or bad about you. And that's what makes life. So rena re tshwantse re tsebe gore no bophelo bo ke semphego, it's unpredictable. Tomorrow, today re alla. Tomorrow re tlo lla gape. We'll keep on crying as long as we're still living. But re tshwantse re tsebe gore re bana ba Modimo. Nna se ke se kgopelang ke gore rena, especially rena re bileng famous, re bileng mo di newspaper, mo di TV, ba re lebeletse go tlhotsa ba go sega. Re segelang batho re sa ba thushi. This is the only message that I can say. People, let's love one another. There's nothing better than love. Program director, I was going I can talk the whole day. I can go bolela tse ne ke di ira le Seputla, because nan ropa a ke ra dilo tse dingwe. Ha ke ra dilo tse dingwe ba re ko wena mare ke nna ngwana bo Malombo. He ke kopa le motho ka a re a butiwa ke re hallo a re ngwaneno ka ke re o mofeng a re ngwaneno man o la go acta ke ro Seputla ke re bana he ke kopa ke re emtshana gape motho mo mputisa re wena what a re theeletša mo nna ke ja ka wena. Yeah, but all in all, Sebogodi, modimo ba re file. And ha fetsa go refa Seputla a re entertainer. Ha fetsa go re entertainer, modimo o mmiditse gore a tlo mo entertain. Entertainment is something that a gift is something that you are born with. When you're born, a baby when was born, the fist is like this. Inside is a talent. That's why they say that you can't go to school for talent. That are the best players in the world, the multi-millionaire players in the world, the best singers in the world. They never went to school. They've been born with a talent. Talent, you are born with it. The talent. With this few words, I just want to say thank you very much. Let's respect this man. Narata o se ishaba odimong wa go ba segiša.
Thank you. Batho ba bophelo ke semphego ke kgopela le tle ka mo morago if le gona Tony if o gona a ke mo bone, and for now we'll have a poem tribute from His Kamohelo Marie, the thespians. So as I said, talent is spreading in all different kinds of the arts, whatever it is. So we'll have a poem for him now. Thank you. Miss Kamo, thank you.
Yeah. Can you feel it?
Dumelang bagolo. Greetings to the house at large, to the colleagues at Daddy, to the family. Ke re Modimo ke yo. Just to set the mood right, because I know Daddy was a very vibrant person, especially how so I want to know, do we have the champions in this house today? So this is a song that we always used to sing. I'd really like if we can just sing 2 verses. Gore le nna ke kgone go ipa sentle. Ke reng ke be ka dula fatshe, hobane ke na le maithabo dula fa. Ke reng ke be ka dula fatshe, hobane ke na le maithabo dula fatshe. Ke be ka dula fatshe, hobane ke na le moya. Yadlam nyap, yadlam nyap, yadlam nyap, yadlam nyap. That was Daddy for you. So now, every time Baganea Iwina, Daddy will be like, you know what, my daughter? We are champions. People, when they address you, because we are champions. Yanong wena ngwanaka, Ka gore ha o bone, eish, tlamehile ko batle di-bodyguard. I met Ntate Seputla ka 2024 when I got into this industry. I thank Okra Media and Scandal for choosing me to be part of the Familia the Mores. I think those who used to watch the show could genuinely see the relationship that we had in and off screen. You know, there's something very significant about the month of June and July. The month of June 2024, on the 6th, that is when I joined the Scandal crew. First time he saw me, he's like, wena ngwanyana o tswang kae? Ke re, daddy, ke nna. A re, o sa re, boo, o fihlile bokeleng. And I'm like, okay, daddy, ke nna ka mo, Kamogelo mare ke tswa ko Kagiso. Oh, okay. Re tla bona. Do you know how to play? And then I don't know the language of the industry. I'm like, play? What are we going to play about? A re ke tla bona re fihla ko dimo. So when we got there, he never made me feel like I'm a newbie in the industry. He took my hand and we walked this journey together. Our love grew from that day until Atamaya from my place on the 6th of July. Like, Daddy would be like, Nana, do you allow me to speak French? And I'm like, French? What do you mean French? Are eskak maar is alright. Maar vandaag is dadelijk kak. En dit is niet alright. Abare, weet je ngwanaka? En like, weet je le bra? Like, all his friends, kitibo, may bra van me. And then how go address her? Immediately Daddy does not say, Wangutwisisa, witsorai. He did not mean what he was saying to you. We traveled this journey together in and out of Scandal. I became one of his daughters. When we met his friend, he will always say, this is my friend, even though he mocks me sometimes. And I'm like, ish, maar Daddy, we're not bored. So there's this time where Tata Seputla has a very great sense of humor. And he's a loving man. Like, he is caring, he is sharing. Kore, a ke itse gore o feela gore he does not do enough when he's with people. And it's always nice. Ha, re la le ene. And when he laughs, I'll be like, Mara Daddy, kore ka ipotsa gore ha o tshega, do you open your mouth wide open? Or because you go, and I'm just asking myself, what was that chili? Chill. I'm like, no, man. What do you mean I must chill? I can't chill. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey. So now as we are shooting, there's this one time, ako ko nana ke kopa mpolelle. Oh, ka nnete nnete, ha o bone. And I'm like, yeah, Daddy, a ke bone. But you know you can trust me, right? And this is a safe space. Mpolelle Meekant. I'll buy you anything that you want. Ke re, okay, let me walk you the steps. You o sprint like, So there was this one time we were shooting at on set, ne? And I think it was around, I think normally when he goes out, he tells people that story. So we were shooting, it was around 5 p.m. So obviously they would move us off set so that they can do the turnaround and stuff. And then as we go out, he always holds my hand again. We'll go out and I'll be like, hey, Daddy, hey, he started laughing. I think that time it was 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm mistaken. It was not 5. It was 7 p.m. But the way Nekutla, the sunlight, I thought it was still early. He started laughing. I don't know, man, it's the light. And I'm like, oh, that day, I was like, Papa, please don't tell our ADs because I know he was going to make fun of it. Okay, before we shoot, can I tell you guys something? And then he tells them, I just had a scenario with Kama outside. We go outside at 7 and he feels the light. He's like, hey, Papa, let's little light. And then since that day, everywhere we go, o tla ba re, "May bra." E re ko tla- So often said, and we spent most of the times together. And lecha atswako theater after the gala dinner, he came home around 4. And you know, as people who are blind, we have a sense of feeling, right? When I look at him, like when he knocked, he only knocked once. And then I am up besides the door, like AP, he was hiding himself. I'm like, and then, I don't know, I just want to sleep. I think now maybe as a father, and the way he always used to channel me was like, ish, get a million more kabo ma 5, and I'm getting back at 4 a.m. And I'm like, Daddy, how was it? I've never had so much fun in my life. I think that was on the 11th of June. I had so much fun to even think that I've never had so much fun mo bophelong ba ka. We sat outside, I met people that I've never seen before. Like I saw them a last time ago. And I was like, oh, okay, no, it's fine. In the morning, this is the person that came home at 4 a.m., right? In the morning, 9 p.m., he was up. He started writing down Black Moon. He wrote it down freehand. And I'm like, Daddy, I have a PC, so shapa all style. He wrote it down, I think 10 pages down. And I felt the passion that he had, and that this person, the arts lives in him. Kore, good morning, ya gagwe, it's script or writing. You can just hear even how he articulates himself. Gore this person with the story sa gagwe. And now I'm there, and then he's like, Kana, when your umbilical cord touches the soil, what is the correct English? Did he just say kiss the soil? It'll work. And he used it. I thought maybe that was broken English, but I was like, try this one. He scripted it, Arnana. This show, it's my real show. Remember, I met Dedika 2024. We've never really had those conversations. But that week, as he was preparing for Grahamstown, we had conversations that left me shocked. And I feel like the signs were there, but I think he was just being himself and expressing himself through the arts. He went to Grahamstown and came back. I've always heard him talk about Ntate Jerry. We've always used to go to Soweto and back, go to Kagiso, my hometown. Not even a single day he would say, let's go to Ntate Jerry. So the reason why I'm saying that he knew and saw his journey, he made me meet Ntate Jerry. Basically, I felt like he was handing me over to another father, because he already saw Jorge, he's going to leave us. So that's how I met Ntate Jerry, and he told me how Ntate Jerry hold him by the hand through the arts. He is what he is because of Ntate Jerry Pele. And when he came back from Grahamstown, he called us Sunday before they left. And Nana, I'm leaving Grahamstown now. But I'm gonna leave ke sa le bona. And I'm like, hey, Daddy, how should be the fitla nako mang? I think in the AMs. But ke batla go fetela, I wanna go straight to Polokwane. And then during the night, he calls my partner and he's like, vele vele kgotsa mang ke sa le bona. And then around 2 a.m., he's like, I'm coming. O dropile ke Ntate Sanko ko ntlong. So I was in my room, and the sound of his voice when he walked in the house, I was even scared to go to the door. And he just said, I just want to sleep. Where's my daughter? And then my partner said, she's sleeping. So I know that he's a person, or he's scared of cold. He likes a heater. And I was like, you know what, let me get up and switch on the heater and make him a hot water bottle. And he said, I am fine. I'm fine. I just want to sleep. I'll bath tomorrow. And then I called, she's my friend, but I call her my mother. They're very close. Mami, and I'm like, Mama, Papa just got home now. And I feel like he's not okay. And I'm scared. And then Mami was like, no, you guys just need to pray and then he'll be fine. Woke up in the morning, he was fine. And I told them that, why am I sensing like you're hiding something from me? And he just said, no, I'm fine. And then I'm like, okay. Because he was busy on calls. You know, I hate this thing that people say about artists. It's not nice. My dad left this world because of the things that were trending about him. And he was just making calls that, I want to sue this person. Guy, daddy man, that's what people say. As long as when you know your truth. And then he left. I still remember the hug that he gave me. But when you left Scandal 2025 on the 31st of July, I asked myself, how are the next upcoming months are going to be for me and upcoming years? And then now when I look at 2026, it's the 6th of July again. But he has always told me that I'm strong and I must never ever tell myself that I can't do nothing. Kore ene na bua gore nna ke Seputla Sebogodi, ke se kgatlamela masisi, ke mmina tholo. Wa nkutlwa gore ke reng ngwanaka? Ke re ka go utlwa daddy, ke re okay champ. So to the Sebogodi family, Modimo nna re kadimile. Ebile o gotlile a tsaya gape. Re ne re sa nagane go ka tsatsi le leng would be here. Re bua so ka papa. Ra leboga for gracing us with the camp and for making sure gore o dula a ntse a le sharp at all times. To my brothers and my sisters, ke re Modimo ke o papa go bala ka khotso le godimo le lokile mo o tlo phomolang teng. Thank you.
Thank you. Ke tlo ba motho o mobe because now I have to stand around here. I think I'll go and beat the drums if I just make people to. I think because we haven't got time. That's as I said. But thank you so much for that tribute because I was told it was going to be a poem. I thought it was just a poem, but at least you got that heartfelt tribute and hope. There's a quotation also from Richard Russo, who is an American novelist, which says that life is like rivers and eventually they go where they want to, not where we want, which is what's happening now. Now I will call Ntate Thobejane le entourage ya gagwe e leng gona ya Bophelo ke Semphego, just to remind you of where Seputla comes from. Seputla is remembered for Bophelo ke Semphego amongst many other productions that he did, but this one was the one as far as I'm concerned. Thank you.
Dumelang. Thobela. Ke bolela on behalf of batho ba leng ka mo morago ga ka. Ke nna mopudu o moso wa modulakgoši ba re go tšhabela mono maebana moriti wa modulagoši so jwale le ntla gabotse. Do you know why? A ke re le mpone ke mosupa ka monwana wena o be a mpitša mmopudi o moso. A ke tsene ditabeng ke sepela le badirišane le nna ka mo ke bao re be gore bereka mmogo nakong yela ya rena matlapa a sa tematema ka mo ke Dr. Mashoba Dieta ke Sello Maki o tšere from nna ke nna wa mathomo mo go season 3 ge re introducer yena monno ke mošupang ka monwana. Then ka mo ke tšhomi ya ga Matete ke Nkele ka mo ke Rejoice o ba actor as Mapefo. Mapefo o ba le storing se seng ke se ba re ke Dibe ke itse ka ba in trouble ka sona le no kwa le the title kore bo ka re ke le lebelela polygamist ya ke re mo Netflix. Jwale ka nako ela batho ba sa bala Bible ka kudu and they felt gore o ka re mo thobejane ga wa dira tsona. So from Mapefo ka mo ke Grace Mahlaba le sa mo gopola Mapholo wa Mathomo. I think o bapetše season 1, season 2 and season 3 ya Bophelo ke Semphego. Mosane ola wa go phapha Grace ebile ke mongwadi ke head writer ya Scandal. Now le a bona gore seo ke se dirilego ke se lahletše mo Grace. Ke be ke e rata Scandal ke sa e rate fela ka gore storyline se napo se le postpart ke re at least seo ke se dirilego se tsene mo go wena le the style of writing a ke se ke ka lololo ka mo ke John Morapa ba bangwe le motseba es papa go Mapitsi gona jwale o ba le mo ba mmitša kana o bole mang o kae kae e be le o kae kae mo go drama e ba re go ke Dibe o bapetše di-drama tše ntši tše e le gore di tšwa mo peneng yaka. So batho beso mo a ke tlo bolela ka bona ke tlo bolela ka Seputla. Seputla o be a mpitša mmopudi o moso ke kopane le yena ge re thoma season 3 ya Bophelo ke Semphego o itse go ba le mathatanyana ka Patrick Shai o ka re ba hweditše something yana mošwamawatle o ka re England. Now ra re le seteng ke a bona a decide gore tabela ya kua mošwamawatle man ke ga re laela ke moka ra thomo nagana gore mara re ka berekiša mang ra re ge re lebelela go batho ba dirileng di-audition ra bona monno bale bothata jwaka ke gore Shai o bana le style sa gagwe sa go actor a a ke re le a mo tseba le morning question ola wa mathomo wa ditedu jwale ka mo o tla this one ka swalana ke gore ke ngwale ke dire gore the first scene ya season 1 ga re bišana moti ka mae ko ra mo foše ka mae ko ra gore batho ba mo accept ba mo kwele bohloko ba mo accept ene ya bereka that trick hey ya tsena monna ya ga Sebogodi ba ga Sebogodi ba gona ke lebetse gore mahloko go ba ga Sebogodi ke segaga borena ke tlo nkinela diatla metsing now bophelo ke semphego e dirile gore re beng together we are a family le ena Seputla o tla go founela a le Thabantswaneng kua ga Sekhukhune a go romele photo wa re a ke re wa mpona gore ke dirang o ba rata Sekhukhune o ba rata King Sekhukhune the first mo e leng gore o be a le busy ka story sa gagwe ena le colleague ya gagwe ba re ke Shoki ba be ba nyaka go dira ke nna okay ke tla iša matsogo ka morago so Seputla always e be le motho e le gore wa contact o tla go founela a le Mama Thamageng ke mo the British ba ileng ba swara King Sekhukhune o tla go founela a le mo a re wa mpona gore ke kae o tla go founela a le Solo Matheba a re Thobejane wa mpona gore ke kae Solo Mathebe ke mo bapedi ge ba etswa kua Bogatla ba tsenetseng gona so ke be ke berekišana le ena ge a tlo tloga e sala re ke emele email go tšwa go batho ba Phalaborwa a re gona le se ba tlo nthomela go sona gore ke se lebelele then ke thome ka go ngwala ke ka baka leo le mpona go kere wena just like that wa no tsamaya so batho ba modimo a ke se ke ka ya lolololo ke tšentšhitšeng ka di bolelang ka Seputla go bile le ba Lekwebepe film festival mo e leng gore di actors tša bophelo ke semphego community ya kua ga Sekhukhune ba itse ba nyaka go ba honor ene ba ba honorile o filwe lepae la King Sekhukhune the first ba filwe le dimpho ba fiwa le di-trophy tše di dulego ka manaka a dikgomo man le 10,000 rand ke a seba ke ra lango so that was in 2023 now last year ke ge ba Sandparks ba re honora ba re kgopela ba re itlang Kruger National Park re no le honora le spending 4 days le a bona gore bophelo ke semphego e gana go tloga ge re le mo wa sepela mola re be re swantse gore re tle re celebrate 40 years ya yona 40 years ya go nore batho ba sa appreciate seo re kile go raka ra se dira and rena ba re šetšego re tla swanela ke gore re continue now a ke fetse ka gore ge re be re le mola Kruger National Park o ile a kgopela gore re dire one for the road re dire bophelo ke semphego ya mafelelo o be a le so busy ka go nyakana le di-sponsors go na le ba ba itse go ba re tshepiša le gone jwale re sa ba emetse unfortunately Seputla o re šiile so ke be ke mo tshepišitše gore leina la Nkwešeng ka gore o re le ya motshwenya mo gotlhe mo a sepela go bane gore Nkwešeng wa mathari, Nkwešeng wa bantwana. Ka re no, ga o sa tlo ba Nkwešeng, re tlo go fa la Kasongo. Ke a leboga.
Akhwi, motho wa ka introduce batho se nthaolele ya lebila ga go a se ka bolela le gore se nthaolele. Wa tseba? Ko gore wa tseba I was hovering around and then ke eme ka gore le ge ke le moswara marapo.
Okay, o le mmona go mo. Yo le mmona go mo. A balabala go bjale ka monnang. Ke se nthaolele. The first slay queen. Ba sa ba batho ba tseba gore na ntwe ba re go ke slay queen ke eng. The first slay queen in the county.
Go ba se nthaolele a go ntshwenye, ke tla ba se nthaolele go ya go ile.
Baga Sebogodi matshidiso a ka kia. You know, Seputla, Nali Seputla, basically, we were, I think, not the first, because Bra Eric Siema was the first, I think, Tridgeville to work with Gibson Kente. And what was nice, Gibson Kente, it was like, curtain call was done in a certain way. I mean, one usually like with theater curtain call, you know, actors, they bow and all that. Go Gibson, Nore Hepley Feza, and then Okrelo Hore, the finale song is playing in the background. So you'll come one by one and introduce yourselves. And one other thing that you will do, you will say your favorite line that you know, or the audience actually loved it. Ore! Or Matata, Silomake Kancube from Attridgeville, Pretoria. You know, and that is one thing that we did, you know, to give an announcement, you know, and to show that Attridgeville was producing people. And, you know, Sintaulele used to own a modeling agency. And it had a very unique name. It was called the Siazazi. And got the first anniversary, it was the first anniversary. Yeah, the modeling agency. I was so inspired to give one modeler, you know, and they inspired me to write this little poem. And it is titled the Siazazi. And it goes like this. From the bowels of dubity, once proud beings, then reduced to a corrosive humility, our souls disgracefully packed and sold, time's tick turned the meek to bold, elevating our spirit to a height, march to perplex arrogance might. 'Cause now, siyazazi, we know who we are. Re a itseba gore bana ba kgole re tsebana ka melodi. Re a itseba gore bana ba kgole re tsebana ka molodi wa mosepelo. Re a itseba gore bana ba kgole re tsebana ka molodi wa popego. E kwa ge re sese ka mesepelo ya rena, e kwa ge re keke ka kgato tša rena. Morethetho wa mokibi wa kgato tša rena ga o ne papišo. Thank you very much.
We'll now have Volin Chabeleng to entertain us now. And immediately after that, there'll be a video by Paul Slablowski, who Seputla used to work with. His name is tongue twist, you know, every time, even when we had been in the, you know, but Paul Slablowski, whatever. But it's a tongue twister. You can check it there. Thank you. We'll have Voli Nchabeleng for now. Thank you. Hey, Silo. Silo. So that you guys could come.
No, we couldn't.
Okay. Yes. So, okay, all right. Yes, ke like ke bona lebitso la hao ke re, wow. But now what to perform? What to perform?
I'm trying to put
of Seputla for many, many years. I'd like to offer my condolences to family, friends, and all of the people who knew Seputla and worked with him. Many people know Seputla for his work in television and film, but I've been privileged to meet and know Seputla on the stage. He was a wonderful stage actor, and his presence lit up every room he performed in. One of my greatest triumphs, actually, was with Seputla in a play called Moy Street Moves that I wrote for him in 1992. We traveled the whole of South Africa and received many accolades. I suppose my favorite moment with Seputla was when we took Once a Pirate to New York City in 1996 as part of a festival celebrating South African theatre. Seputla and I ran through the streets of New York with the Orlando Pirates flag, much to the amusement and shock and horror of tourists and the New Yorkers. Seputla will always remain in my heart, never forgotten. He was a true giant of South African theatre, film, and television. I shall miss him greatly.
Seputla, but it's been many years ago. But the first time we really grew closer, it was when he resigned from the generations for the first time. He came to my office, and then he told me that he wanted to resign. And I had a different view about it. We had a serious debate. I was telling him why he should not resign from the SABC. And I told him that he might be feeling that maybe what he was getting was not good enough, but according to me, I think he was at the top 3 in the country, because I used to know his salary. But he thought it was not good enough. I explained to him why he should not leave the SABC. I said to him, SABC is a very big animal. You see, if you are working for the SABC, even a dog or a goat will know you. And that's the currency that you'll never be able to buy or to get. After I've explained myself, he just said, you know what, Toman, to me, you're my younger brother. You're just a younger brother to me. Write that email. I'm the one who typed it. And I told him that I don't agree with him. He said, when I remember, he's got this thing of making fun of me. I'm vendor. So when I try to speak Spedi, I mix with Setswana and whatever, then he will say, hey, my younger brother, Spedi, so how? Seputla mutana li insurance, life cover nya. So I always respond in English to him. Then after that, after some couple of months, he came back to me. He said, I didn't want to agree with you, but I think whatever you were saying that day, it was very true. I'm experiencing it now. There are a lot of incidents. Since that day onwards, there was no decision when it comes to contracts and whatever that he would take without even consulting with me. He can even call me in the middle of the night, just like when he was supposed to be at Mujaji. I think he worked for 3 days. Then he called me and said, you know, hey, Kirubidu, this Kirubidu is very difficult for me because he has been trying to learn Chivenda for many years. He could speak Chivenda, could have a conversation, who can gossip about you in Chivenda. And then he said, you see, all the words that you used to tell me in Chivenda, you know, Kirubidu is the mix of Chivenda and Sepedi. When I try to, hey, goes, what do you think? I'll leave. And then he resigned. We had that conversation in the middle of the night. The other thing about him, it was even when it comes to his own children, he will always have that conversation, difficult conversation, when it comes to the decisions that he was supposed to be taking for his children. I remember when Tawang, the last born, she wanted to do drama, and he was against it because he never wanted his children to be part of this industry. And then he called me, he said, Tawang, Kamidzi Tawang Wanaga, Urata fame too much. Gotta no, allow this child to be. Then she went to Grahamstown there. This Saturday he calls me. Also in the middle of the night, he went down there to see Tawang performing. Then he called me and said, oh, hey, Wanaka wa actor. But man, hey, Tawani can act, you know. Guess what? I don't know what happened there. On the way back, he calls me. Oh, Tawang wow. Origi does not want to act. She wants to open an NGO. Yeah, no, she wanted to show you that she can do it. You know, my brother he had been preparing me for a very long time for this thing. Maybe it's because he wanted to be strong for his children. Even on his way back from Grahamstown with Brajeri and the fellow colleagues, he gave me a call. I think they had stopped at a filling station. He said to me, maybe he was in a bathroom or something like that because the background was kind of like, yeah. Then he said to me, my brother, I'm going. I said, what do you mean? I'm dying this time. God went out to me because this was not the first time. Some years ago, he made me to sit the whole night while he was preparing for his work because he thought he was going. The time when we discovered that he was diabetic. So I said, when out to me, I don't know, I'm telling the truth. In fact, he started by saying that he tried to call his children and they were not answering. Karwan Shasha, I don't know. But anyway, at least later it was confirmed by Hutatso that indeed he had called. So he had called me around at 16 minutes past 7 in the morning. So I said, I'm going. I can feel it in my body. I'm going. And I want you to have a conversation with my children one by one. You have to call one of them and tell them, but only after I had passed on. You see, so there is one crucial thing which I've said. The reason why I'm talking about these things is because there are a lot of things which are in the media, social media and things like that. You know, sometimes we really get tired when it comes to responding to nonsense. He had explained to me, while he was busy talking to me, I told him that, you know what, I'm going to do whatever you're saying that I should do. I said, the reason why I always tell you these things is because I know that my children will believe you. You are their uncle. He said to me, this is what I want to happen. I want my children to be the ones to bury me. My children. That's the reason why all of them from Tapelo, the firstborn, to Tabang, the lastborn, they are busy waking because they know it's an instruction from the dad. His children, he wanted to do that. For one, the sacred keeper, I'm not even involved in it. Why? Because while we were talking, I told him that, please, though I'm going to do whatever you're saying that I should do, you should at least allow me to allow them to override me. He said, okay, it's fine, as long as you can tell them. Please, I wanted to deal with that aspect. There's no wife or general. It is his children, as his.
Thank you, thank you. I hope a lot of things have been put to bed and straightened. Thespians, our beloved and respected thespians that Ngabona in South Africa. So we'll have Katloli and Mutsabi Jele, whom all of you, when they come on, if you didn't know their names, you will recognize them, who worked with Seputla. Thank you. Sabigel.
Bagolo
ke re ko go motsha elder tse o ya go bua le bagolo a re mmege o tla le nna. So I'm here. I thought ke tla tlhagola yena a tle morago ga ka. You know, I was going to look good. Again, going to see me in context as this beautiful lady. And to Seputla was a brother. Learn things about life and how he negotiates the streets of Pittsburgh. Seputla he honored women. Seputla would not just marry you. No, I can see it went like this. You think it's a joke, but it's okay. Let those who get it will get it. You probably are suffering from speech fatigue. I'm going to be very short. Mantswaka Kitlafa Ausmutshabi. I'm going to play a piece because Seputla was a musician of note. He could hear God in the registers, in the upper registers of a song. And those who are musicians in the audience, I'm going to play this as an actor, not as a musician. So please lower your bar.
Thank you, Butloli. Ke a leboga thata, ke lebogela gore o nketeletse pele. As an African man, you have to, be in front so that when the lions come, Namit, behind. So he did it right. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to declare, I was just shocked. Ha ke fihla mo ke ipona mo programming. But as our training always, emphasizes, for one of the skills that actors should have, actually everybody should have that, it's spontaneity. To be spontaneous and say, okay, it is what it is, so I'll stand and speak even though I'm unprepared. My heart is bleeding, and I know Osnak's, Osnakedi said, we are here to celebrate, and I really want to celebrate my brother, but I have to tell you, I am deeply, deeply saddened by this. But more so, the question for me is, as Seputla goes, Rona as Batho South Africans, where are we really? What do we stand for? What do we do to each other? Botho bo re dulang re bua ka bona bo every time, bokae. I say this because about 2 weeks ago, when the social media thing, appeared, I was talking to some young actors. Bamponsa response here, the letter that Butsillo Mage wrote. And pelo ya ka e ne le botlhoko. But having said that, e re ke simolle ko tshimologong, a ke re ke lebeletse gore ke declareile gore I am unprepared. So a ke dumedise borra Sebogodi, ke dumedise ketapele e teng fa, ke dumedise bankanna in the industry. Ke leboge the States Theatre for doing this for our brother, friend, and colleague. I have a number of people to thank. I'm working on a production called Mzini now, and I was supposed to be on set. And only last night, because I did ask them, Giri, the only thing I can do, Batong, I know I'm also shooting on Saturday, but at least hanga ya memorialing ya Seputla. This was my husband for some time. And Rona Baile were unmarried in the real life. These are husbands, and we get to know them so well. But ladies and gentlemen, I cannot say, I saw Grace Mahlaba here, and I have to thank her again, because those many years when Suburban Bliss was auditioning, I went after a year, and I'm not lying to you. They've been auditioning for over a year, and I remember potential Tando was going to be Pamela Nomvete, but the accent will get in the way, all right? Because you cannot be a township girl with that accent. So I think that's why I managed to get it. But ke kopana le Grace Mahlaba, mo ditseleng tsa rona, I think it was at the Market Theatre. And then she says to me, but Mothabi, how are you for this thing? And I thought, what thing? Hey, man, sitcom e tlo etsiwa, yana le yana le yana. I had to then call my agent, Penny Charteris at the time. And I said, Penny, I hear this thing has been auditioning for over a year. And why am I not, taken to this audition? And then obviously Penny apologized, and Penny made an appointment for me to go audition. Seputla was already confirmed as, Ike, my Ike. And I remember we had to do a scene, Yasukiri, you know, where I want him to move from Soweto to Parkhurst, you know, where the right people are. And I had to tease him, sugar bowl. And I was saying to him, you see this thing, ne? Kisukiri, it's sugar. And you see, when you open it, oh, the sugar is there. But when you close it, there's no sugar. So you're not going to get any sugar from me. And because there's a naughty streak in me, I mean, I loved that scene. They actually gave me the scene there, right at the audition, but I enjoyed it and I did it. And I knew that I walked with this thing. I looked at Seputla, ke re, "Wena, nna le wena re tlo bereka." A re, "Ah, Munchunuza." Yeah. And I was his Munchunuza in those early years, so the 90s. And I really enjoyed it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not lying when I say I don't remember a day when Nali Seputla ne re sa buisane or re kwatelane, you know. One thing that he used to do, una tsuba. And I am anti-smoking. And I always tell guys, if you want to marry me or be my boyfriend, if you're a smoker, you get 0 marks right from there. Ako go fi di-points. Sakarete, biri, o ska itshwenya wa tlo mpropose as belief, you know. So Seputla used to smoke. And just before the scene, he will go to, you know, to the bathrooms, he'll brush his teeth, he will do, you know, that guggling thing. A gaggle. Not that there's gonna be kissing scenes, but even if there were, you know, but for some reason, I mean, you know, smoking, you'll smell cigarette. It doesn't matter how much you wash it, especially for someone who doesn't actually smoke, you know. E tla re ha, re fela wa ntshweng, be ke re, "O no tsuba. O no tsuba, you can't kiss me," you know. And they used to, and they would always make sure he kisses me because there's this thing about my lips and you know, and then make it how we told. No kissing. Ibile, Suburban Bliss, Ibile, it's a family show. We don't even have to kiss forever, you know. And I would refuse. But you know, over and above that, hina saitsi are what's king? Ke khaletse Munchunuza, ke khaletse cigarette mare akere ay man bon. You know, and we would have fun. Oh my goodness, we would have fun. We had fun. And I think you as South Africa and the world over, because Suburban Bliss was all over the world at some stage, you could see, because if there's anything that you as audience members can tell, really hip, you know, when an artist has it, when an artist is well looked after, when an artist enjoys what they do, we go to the deepest wells. I want to cry. Because that says, Honanum, because we are not well looked after, we are failing ourselves and are failing our society. There are stories that we should tell, but we need to be free. We need to be healthy. And maybe sometimes not, because beautiful stories can also be told. But the basics of honoring who we are. Right now, royalties tabo Suburban Bliss dikai, you know, that could sustain our people. So for me, platform, and honestly, I want to celebrate my brother, but I also want to challenge us as a society to say, let us continue the fight until things get right for all the people. We cannot be singing the same song, Kabo Sisnomhle, Kabo, you know, the late Peter, Patrick Shai, all those people who've gone before us. Things have to change. Things have to change from the work that we do to how we are treated to the institutions, the government. Can you, I humbly I humbly ask you to help us be the best storytellers we can be. And it's just by making those slight differences. Gore fela e ska re every time re tla mo e be go thwe, oh, the actors, ke bao ba tlo lla, ke ba le ba etsang." Even when somebody is in character with a bag, you think they are really poor. So I am asking you that for a re mo felegetseng, re itse gore now we are going to introspect each and every one of us, and let us do right. Ba Sebogodi, Modimo ko le berekeng sentle. Le itse gore re na le lena in spirit. Ke lebogile.
I think, yeah, we decided, some of us, that, the things that Mutsabi talks about now, if we won't be going on, and, what we go through as performing artists, and even if I'm in the legal profession as well, but we have to make sure that artists are well looked after, and that we can look after ourselves as well. So yes, 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 yes. Talking about Seputla and brushing teeth and stuff, if you look at Seputla, and especially that picture there, oh, even this, he's got the most beautiful smile and teeth that, I mean, every time I look at Seputla and I'm looking, wow, he's got this beautiful set of teeth. And how he smiles comes from his eyes, and if you look at his eyes, when he's smiling, they come from there. And the same way as when he questions things or when he's angry, you start from those eyes. And then that smile doesn't come out, and it's the eyes, and it's like, "Yebana, kanete." Yeah, now we're going to have our national treasures. My number one national treasure in this country, in this town, in this province, Ntate Vose Mahlasela. And immediately after him, I won't be coming up and down again. We would like to have Zotwa Mabena, Zo, whom I also worked with. The nice thing is, all these people, they're not just performing because they like performing, but it's because they also had, and even if they're not saying anything, with their music, with their instruments, they are remembering Seputla. Seputla would be smiling and bringing that beautiful set of teeth and thinking, wow, yeah? Is this what's happening? So we'll have him, and we'll have Zodwa Mabena's band. After that, can I please have Ntsieng Mokgoro and Katlego Danke coming backstage, so that I don't come back immediately after Zodwa Mabena, and then it's Katlego Danke with Ntsieng Mokgoro. Please, thank you.
Feedback. Good morning, everyone. I am trembling. My voice is a little bit hoarse. I don't have 100% energy. It was really difficult for last night to sort of like really put the whole
thing together and to come to terms that no, I must accept that the baobab has fallen. The only certainty in life is death. It's all our way to go to the great beyond. It was with a very sad, when I received the news that this man has fallen. We had plans that when you do things, you don't just shout that we have this. People must just see. He asked me to do something for him, and I agreed. At a certain point, he came with Ntate Lulu Tseola at my house to come and see me so that we should finalize what we planned. But I was in Potchefstroom performing there. And then when he was performing in Grahamstown now lately, on their way back home from Grahamstown, he phoned me, he said, Matlasel, re feditše jaaka mo bjale ke nyaka re tlo lebella taba e la ra go e bolela ka re monna e tshokgomo e o e leng nyaka banna ka dithipa. As you know that he had once, had an album, the gospel album. And he asked me that, no, I want you to write me some songs, but it must be gospel. I said, but no, na ke ngwale gospel. Gospel yaka, I've got a what do you call it? A license to use poetic language in my writing and all that. So it will be the type of, gospel that I will do. It will be a little bit more deeper. From the onset, from Bosman, going to the small street, and I'll be having my guitar, and then I will be going to the rehearsal somewhere there. Basaira, a play called Blues Train. I don't know if there is some people who remember that it was an experimental play that he was on. I was supposed to be on that Blues Train, but Mamelodi, Peli, and Gamo, I've got some of my other things, but But it was a double dutch like that. We used to do quite a lot of things. With a group called Udumo from Penendaba, which was a very big production. But we separated, Naba Kamo Theater, then I was in the music, Makwere, Junior Makwere, and so on. But when I looked at the signature of the people that he has really worked with, Pombe Nakedi Ribani and many others, the Suburban Blaze and everything, whatever, these men did it all. But we're still expecting more. But life, sometimes we have to be really strong so that we should not be embalmed, put into a bulb of stress, resentment, jealousy, other things and all that will, derail our lives. He has gone through a lot. He has seen it all. He has done the best that he could do. And I promise that what I really agreed that we have to do for you, I'll find somebody who will represent you to sing some of those songs that you wanted me to do. Yona unorwa inyaka, that poetry which is deep. I don't have much more clouds of words to say. Mine is to say, go well as you go to the great beyond. almost forget. I thought this is my own show. La 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 Times are good when we meet, better times when parting kicks its way in, keeping us separated for moments endless, like a gold dot lying shut between a prisoner and freedom. When we meet again, let us define nature and become inseparable whole. Like that grains of snow become a solid rock, immovable of gaiety and love. And love. When we meet again, let us define nature and become inseparable whole. Like once scattered grains of sand now become a solid rock, immovable of gaiety and love.
Lotshani ibizo lami ngingizodwa Mabhena. Awuba bengishaye ngivuse sekuseni ngovi wangishayisa kwentandane. Ngiyamthanda umama ngoku shaye ngivuse ekuseni ngovi wangishayisa kwentandane. Awuba bengishaye ngivuse ekuseni ngovi wangishayisa kwentandane. Ngiyamthanda umama ngokungishaye ngivuse ekuseni ngovi wangishayisa kwentandane. Yini wangishayisa Okwentandane, 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 okwentandane. Thanda umama wakho, othanda umama wakho, umbone umama wakho, ubone ikhehla lakho. Uthanda umama wakho, uthanda umuthi wakho. Okwentandane, 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 Osumonge umome, osumonge umome, osumonge umome. intandane. Oh, intandane.
So moving, isn't it? Ah, shoo. Yeah, this is beautiful. We have more of our people coming in, and Zotwa and I were at Grahamstown at the same time. No, was it with Sputla? Because we did a production in the arena, and I did a production called Silo talked about Siazazi, then we had Siavaya, you know, of your jazz diggers when they come in and they do their thing. And so I said to Sputa, we need to do that on stage. And, you know, so people can have an idea of what people in Pretoria do when they appreciate jazz. And as soon as I told him, he was sold on the idea. And I said, because I haven't directed before, I would like you to direct it. And he did. Oh, it was so beautiful. So one of the things that we miss actually today, we should have had jazz on its own as well, just a brief thing, and having those people that when you go to, they, you know, yeah, you got it. They should be doing that. And Sputla did as a director, and then we went to the Grahamstown Arts Festival. And then we went there at the same time with Bozo. We were there with Bozo. We have got pictures where it's so cold there. They had blankets and everything. Here, these women with blankets. I mean, it wasn't fashionable then. You know, ladies in jazz, when they had started that time, you didn't have a lot of women instrumentalists. And now, you know, it's not uncommon to see women blowing and playing bass and doing things, but that time it was just them. It was so beautiful. They had their blankets, we had coats, we had things, and there they were belting things. It was beautiful. Just their memories and just thinking of Sputla and that beautiful smile. He would be loving this. Just this music was something else. We'll now have one of Sputla's women. Hey! Nkwesheng, le basadi. Ah, bathong. Ka mo ke bo Sinthaolele, ke bo Matiti, ke Samantha. Hey, ka mo, hey, and then ke mo Sababa Bliss, ke ne Renale Clementine. We did one of the interviews just now, you know, when Puta is just part of Abafeli. But then maybe we should do no, he's such a polygamist. Bjale ke tshwanetse hore ke introduce mosadi o mongwe wa gagwe gape wa mo generations me Katlego Danke o tla bolela le lena le botse how she enjoyed playing with Sputla. Katlego, come here. Look, I talk too much, I forgot.
Dumelang bagolo. Dumelang industry colleagues. Dumelang Seputla Sebogodi. Dumelang the custodians of the Pretoria State Theatre. All protocol observed, as they say. Quite an honor to be asked to speak. I suppose a bit of an obvious one. It was a memory walking in here because when I was last here, Seputla himself, it was actually a first for both of us. We walked in here, it was night, we were invited, didn't know what to expect. It was the South African Film and Television Awards. And we were both on the biggest soapie at the time called Generations. And we walked in here nervous, excited, but just excited to be here amongst industry people. And that night, we were awarded both of our first South African Film and Television Awards on this very stage. So it's quite of a weird memory walking in here again, to be reminded of that, to say goodbye to him on the very same stage that we had a first together. Lots of firsts with Seputla, lots of firsts. It was a first having a brother who is a colleague. Seputla used to protect me fiercely, fiercely. Anybody knew. I remember the one time that I was hospitalized, I had been robbed, and he came to me and he said, Charlie, you can tell me who did it, ne? I said, Charlie, I don't know. It was a person, just a random robber. I don't know what was going on. He says, Charlie, I know you, because you know I'm going to get them. You can tell me. I won't tell them you told me. I'll just give them a good beat down. So I knew I had a brother. I knew I had somebody who would always, always protect me no matter what. And he did so in my presence and even in my absence. I mean, there were people who said, hey, when we can't even speak badly about you, Seputla Liting, because we know we're going to get it. It was the first time being called Lepanzol. Hey, Seputla. Only because I insisted to open my own doors, tomboy that I was, and the gentleman in him just would not allow. Just he was always saying, hey, wena Lepanzola. O data bo mang mara. Don't they open doors for you? Why don't you allow me to open this door? And that's where our nickname Charlie came. He was my Charlie, and I was his Charlie. First time working with someone I grew up watching on TV. And there he was, this living legend, right there in front of me. But the weirdest thing, the reason why it's a first, because I've worked with Bomme Grace Mahlaba before, with my baby Tele. I've worked with some who I've seen on TV before, but I've never worked with somebody who believed in my talent even more than I did. He believed in my career. He believed in what I could do. I remember being interviewed on 702, and he called in, only to remind me that, Charlie, you said you're going to do this and this and this and this with your career. Don't forget. And I appreciated that so much, because nobody believed in me the way Seputla Sebogodi did. First time being such close friends with an Orlando Pirates supporter. As a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, I mean, I'm just saying. It was a painful Monday morning every time after Kaizer Chiefs lost on that generation set. Woo! Because he would remind us. He's like, how's the food? How are you? Charlie, you're not talking. You're not talking, Charlie. I can't hear you. Are you okay? You're not very audible, Charlie. What's going on? Seputla man. He's like, are you sure you don't want to swap teams? No. Charlie, ke sharp. I'm sure. First time being on set with somebody who had a love for finer things that was quite hidden. I remember the one time being on set, and Kenneth and Dineo Mashaba had to have creme brulee. And he was like, Charlie, what is this thing? I'm like, Charlie, creme brulee. So how do we eat it? No, you just take your spoon, you crack it, and then you eat it. He's like, Charlie, after this scene, you are taking me out raw, jadi creme brulee, wankutwa. And literally, I had to take him to Melrose Arch to go and eat creme brulee. Little did I know that all these beautiful moments would lead to today. Sad, but beautiful, beautiful. Our last conversation was me asking him to do a project for me. And the first thing he said was, Charlie, of course, Charlie. I said, Charlie, I haven't even asked you. You don't know what I want. He said, anything for you, Charlie, anything. You'll be missed. You will be sorely missed. But I guess I will always remember you. Unfortunately and fortunately, you've changed two things about my life. One is that I will walk around the streets of Pretoria. Mosadi wa ko mobotse will be around the corner everywhere I go. But also, Dini, That will be my name forever. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you.
Sure. Basadi ba ba botse ba ka moka, o ba tšea kae Nkusheng, Kenneth? Eish, wa tseba. Ai, no, re a leboga le ikwetse. Ditsebe tse ha di na di khurumelo, akere? Jwale, we're gonna have Ntate Tlokwe Sihume. So you see, you've got the best of the province here coming and sharing this day with us. Let me not talk too much so that we can usher him in, and then so you enjoy until we get to the other people coming in. So I don't need to say too many things. I just have to make sure that this train is moving slowly, beautifully. Thank you. What did you want me to do? We shifted. Did you do that?
And then Red Lily. Oh. You'll pick it from the back. Korean way, I fell out stand the side to Kapona who I put Tassiana. Stand the corner who I put Tassi. Yeah. Realoch, le kae? Nna ka leina ke Tlokwe Sehume. Ke tlo laela o morwarre Seputla Sebogodi ka tsela e nna ke ikwešišang le e ena nna ka ikwešiša. I'm here to play for you also as a tribute to him, music of the continent. Acheni kulia, anzieni kufikiria, mielani mianakanya. We were in one huge village called Africa. Strangers came and took some of us away. Before the dispersal, our village was the world. It was all we knew. But now, the world has become our village. And we black artists who create plan to make it more human. Except some few white deranged capitalists running the world. Between now and the day after tomorrow,
ke re batho tlotlang kgoši e kgolo batho ke re lena batho ya bogola sebokodi sa bogola lefatshe ka moka la theeletša mašaba a ditšhaba hlwa ya ditsebe ke re a bogola lefatshe la roromela a re nna ke tla le tlisa ka moarena mo state theatre le rata le sa rate a re nna ke a putla seputla ke a sutla ke a bogola ke re ke a rurumetša batho hei
Family is not only the people who are blood. We have seen that today. It's the people who love you, the people who want to be with you. Those are your family members, and we have experienced that today. Isn't that beautiful? You have been serenaded with such calming and beautiful music and speeches. Thank you, thank you. I'm sure ba ga Sebogodi le bona ba kwa ba bona gore ka nnete le lla le bona ene ba homotšega. We are really pleased and happy with this. Thank you so much. And we are now going to have a member of the family, Tebogo Makwela, who will read the obituary, and immediately after that, we'll just have brief things coming on. After her, after Tebogo, then we'll have a video footage of some of the work did. Thank you. Continue being beautiful and loving us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Moke Tebogo Makwela, motswala wa ntate Seputla Sebogodi. The Sebogodi and Makwela families mourn the passing of the iconic performer, storyteller, and preacher Seputla Sebogodi, who passed away on 15 July 2026 in Mokopane while traveling home to Bendo, Polokwane. He leaves behind an extraordinary legacy defined by artistic brilliance, educational resilience, deep family devotion, and unyielding faith in God. Early life and family heritage. Seputla Sebogodi was born in Atteridgeville, Pretoria, into a close-knit family. with deep roots in both urban and rural Limpopo. He was the son of Anna Makwela, who married into the Sebogodi family at 18 Morifi Lapa in Atteridgeville. Seputla was the third born among 4 children. He grew up alongside his elder sisters, firstborn late Malingi Tladi and secondborn Mary Kau, as well as his younger sibling, fourthborn Nkunkune Sibuhudi. During his childhood school holidays, Seputla frequently visited the Hamushunkwane farm along the Bayers Neck Road near Silicon Metal Smelters, where his grandfather Phu Makwela and family raised herds of cattle. Over time, the family bond remained strong through relocations between Makubaneng Farm, Atteridgeville, and Hamutapu. Sputla's father was laid to rest in Atteridgeville while his mother rests in Hamutapu. His education and former years. In March 1976, as political upheaval brewed in Atteridgeville in the build-up to the historic June 16 uprising, a young Seputla fled police attention and arrived unannounced with his luggage at the homestead of his trusted relative, Abel Makwela, in Hamotapo, seeking safety and opportunity to continue his education. He was warmly embraced by the Makwela family. Abel, who acted as a trusted helper to the teachers at Masube Senior Secondary School, advocated for Seputla's admission. Seputla wrote a short aptitude test, passed with flying colors, and was promoted directly to Form 2 by teachers who recognized his exceptional intellect. During their high school years, Seputla and Abel shared a room, food, bicycles, and aspirations. Seputla developed a rigorous academic discipline inspired by a strategy of studying on a nearby mountain from sunrise to sunset to prepare for major examinations. This mountain study routine helped him pass his matric examinations with university-level marks, and he used his same approach to inspire his cousins to pursue university education. Beyond academics, Seputla's creative genius flourished on campus through active participation in school drama and debate, supported by hours spent immersed in literature and magazines in the school library. His personal life and family. Seputla was a deeply devoted father to his children, Thapelo Sebogodi, Sebogodi, Kotato Sebogodi, and Tabang Sebogodi. His love for his children was paramount, and he maintained a close bond with them, taking them along wherever he traveled. In his later years, Seputla cherished quality time with his wife at their home in Bendo, Polokwane. He regularly visited his childhood home in Hamotapo, humorously teasing his cousins for turning his old 1970s hideout bedroom into a bathroom during house renovations. He also spent weeks at Abel's small holding in Polokwane, fondly reminiscing about childhood meals and sharing memories of the past with vivid clarity. His career and building principles and guiding principles. While his cousin Abel pursued public service administration, Seputla dedicated his life to the performing arts and music, growing into one of South Africa's most recognized and respected cultural figures. Throughout his life, Seputla grounded his personal and professional endeavors on 7 core pillars of discipline: selflessness, humility, dedication, excellence, resilience, serving the public with pride, and the fear of the Lord. Whenever greeted, he faithfully affirmed his conviction with his signature Response, Modimo opalabaloi.
Dumelang. To continue where my sister left off, his faith and spiritual ministry. In addition to his celebrated work in theater and television, Seputla was a passionate preacher of the word of God. On April 5th, he shared a sermon reflecting on transition from the Old Covenant to the New Covenant, referencing Hebrew 8, verse 6 to 12, Hebrew 10, verse 12, and John 1, verse 29. His core message emphasized that Christ came to fulfill the law, and that according to John 3, verse 16, a loving father keeps no record of evil and wrongdoings, offering salvation to the entire world. His dedication to his roots remained strong to the end, as he actively sought to acquire land near Polokwane in April 2026. His final journey and tribute. Seputla's final artistic engagement was the staging of his project Black Moon at the National Arts Festival in Makanda, Eastern Cape. Following his performances, he began his journey back home to Bendo, Polokwane, but passed away en route in Mokopane on 15 July 2026. Seputla Sebogodi lived out the word of 2 Timothy 4, verse 7. I have fought the good faith, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. His impact on his family, his audience, and his country will endure for generations. Rest in eternal peace, Tolo. Thank you.
When o mmotsa ge nna le matete re sa sign ga o bjalo
Wala o itirile. Wala nke re sa o bitsa mokosheng. Re o bitsa seatla ntepeng.
eng
Ke ra o sa le mokosheng. Go seatla ntepeng.
matete mogatšaka ke kwa ke boifa
Hey, mokosheng. Monna o bola ke sa selego. Go sa sanka le ena se nthaolela ka bontle ka bo o ntlogela ka mo gae o sa nagana kere le go ndi go hlafetse wa itšhatšhara wa tseba ke nkoshe ke a itshola gore go baneng ke be ke boana le wena.
shut up yo Rose di ka ntobela do you know what was strike le kwa business ya rena ka baka la raja ba sa di mao le wena business or no business I don't care man ga bona ke boloka ngwanaka.
You said we'd talk, so we're talking. Can you hear me talking?
I've got us the Happiness account.
Well, congratulations.
Manfred's, Mina Hotels, Pimbres.
But you, my son, you cannot hit the Guara straight, but you can hit the bones. From now on, your name will be Bones.
Who Bones?
Matao, my son.
They come to our land for their human cargo.
They've come to trade. We sell them what they want.
But why do we sell our captives?
For weapons? No one fears a farmer.
We have already started to gather the tribute. Perhaps we pay to buy us time. No. If I can put your mo bibiling o ever or Delilah. Delilah. I can get Nasala Flopisa Simpson. Now for days, Corobala Luena Mompeton can I can't know. Bloody snake. Snake. You destroyed my life. You ruined my legacy. For days, what did you do? You had them stab me in the back. Just mal. It's just mal. Wahava. Hey, man, look around. I'm living in a mansion. It's a magaslak. Can I le popotwane off the note? And you will say, Egmont shower. Just be shugan. Just be shugan. Wahava. The camera to me, Bulelang no. Okay, Mabuto. Look up. Okay. Mabuto! Cobra! Come on! Yeah. Yes.
Re ke re gopotsang gore go etsagetseng ka 1980 wa bona ntshela re etsa gore government e se ka ba ungovernable.
That was a dream. Just for the coast. Akaparachi stream. It's on the lemon now. I swim with sharks.
Out.
Please, man. Come
Stand up.
Hey.
Out.
Hey, man. Take it easy, man. Come on. Please.
Stand up.
Please.
Stand.
Please.
Up.
Please.
Out.
Please.
Out.
Sorry, man. Noiti. Muabana Racheresa. Rejam Pierre Shabakakats.
Batsanze ko rapela gore modimo o thusa mohumi eno a ile a khutle
Botsa modimo ke re fete.
ha e mohumi
Botsa ke re fete. Bona?
mohumi
I like it. No.
Tsene ke malobole ka se ba dirisitse. Yo nawe, yo. Thank you. That was Medleko. And they truly loved Seputla. They spent a lot of time with Seputla. At some stage, even when they go to some events, they would perform, instantly fella improvise. And so, Rabaleboch. Right now, we're going to have Ntate Josias Dos Mulele, who will say something because Seputla was Seputla's friend, and then after more he will do a prayer, and then we'll have a vote of thanks by a member of the family, Peter Makwela. We're just about finishing now, and then we just have about 2 items. Thank you so much. You've been wonderful. I can see you just want this to go on and on. We can't. I hope Rudi ge ba sepela ba ya Polokwane re tla le humana pele e be ile gore dipelo di wele. Okay? Tate Dos.
Dumela. Absheni. Maskati. Zuri bo. Zuri se, zuri ha, zuri ho. How do you top what has just happened? Let's give Mitleko another round of applause. That was amazing. So le nna ke re ke tsene ka something nyana wa bona. Hamba hamba kahle usikelele ke kanye siyohlala sinawe enhlizweni zethu inhliziyo zethu zibuhlungu ngawe zuhambe kakuhle kahle sithe sibonane sithe Thank you. Kiri linnanyana kiri menkale foko. Thank you so much for that reception. I could say a lot about this giant that has gone on to be with the Lord. Yo, now my journey starts way back, go Atteridgeville, go Payne. And I'll shorten it. Hagere Rimita Braden, Sebogodi. Marang correct, Arki Denzel. Sorry, but clear, Denzel, Sebogodi. Nkasele bolelo gore how, who was around, but whoever was around started to tell them about me, because I was still at high school, that I want to go into the arts. That's when I knew that he was one of the first black actors to be in this very place. Yenalabo Peters Puma, Bonom Sanene, very first black actors to be on stage. For those who don't know, there was a time when black people could not be on the stage. So he broke those barriers. I looked up to him from that moment and I knew I will follow in that line. And when I went to study, I told him I've studied. And I was introduced to industrial theater, which Mpomolep and them spoke about. What an honor, to be with a man like him. Hareza industrial theater, for those who don't know, what is mining? What is mining? Pansikalom Godi. Yena kalo sebenzela kalo ndlela longozi. Yena vimbela kalo ndlela lo sebenzela kalo mqala. Basa izing sifana kalo hala utla sepe. I had an opportunity to be with the man that I idolized, to be on stage with him. And from that moment, we've been on many, many industrial theater productions together. There was a time, for free. Seputla Sebogodi ho director show. It was an honor for me because now I knew why. That's how you know director show. When I went in, I realized the list was amazing. It was Nomhle Nkonyeni, Temsi Times, Doris Suhula, I forgot the other three ladies who were there. Linoninzi Williams. Now it was a group of powerful women. And okare nara harwa director wa bua khonnele dipuo wa ntarame Brian na ke sharp ai baraka ba salina go ngwe maphrao wa nna ke grant nna ke tshabilo director wa siandosa lo director taso. Then I went in and luckily because I was young I used my charm. What is lomdana lo siyamamela lomdana siyamamela lomdana. So that worked that worked for me. And for many years we've been together, Seputla. We will sorely miss him, and I'm sure Tapelo family. Oh, upstairs. Giddy perform. But it's sort of level upstairs. Tapelo, may God really strengthen you during this time, and the Sebogodi family. It's not easy. Those who want to hear my story, they'll hear it one day. I always share it a little bit. During COVID, I left my body and I went to the other side. But by the grace of God, I came back and I've never been the same ever since. I want to tell you there is a life beyond this life. I want to tell you there is a life beyond this life. And the God that we serve has not forsaken you. He is with you, even in you, until the end of the ages. That's what it means. He will wait for you when you go there. One thing I can tell you, people who go before us, when they are that side, they don't want to come back. I didn't want to come back. I was forced to come back. Because there is, you meet your loved ones, those who've gone on before you. I mean, what a time. And I was told to come back. So I know, Seputla cross is over. He's saying, Tapelo, you will find me this side. So there is a place. It's not a joke. It's not a myth. It is a reality. If you want to hear that story, you can talk to me when we have a break. But I just wanted to encourage you with these words. I'm just going to make an ironic blessing. Tongues. Yeah. I'm here for you. I always say my name is Josiah. Dos Mulele. Josiah is Hebrew, Dos is Portuguese. Mulele is Setswana. I was raised up Pedi with a Khoisan heritage, so I'm here for everybody. Indulge me as I do the Aaronic blessing. Let's close our eyes. Number 6, verse 24 to verse 26. In Hebrew, Yavarecha Adonai vishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panavalecha vichuneka, Yisa Adonai panavalecha v'yasem licha shalom. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord cause his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you the peace, the shalom, the peace that passeth all human understanding. May this peace go before you, behind you, around you, and inside of you all the days of your life, because you are carrying the Prince of Peace. And as we salute our brother, as he steps into the new life, because death is nothing but a shock to new life. It's a new vibration, a new time slot. And as he steps in there, may he meet the Sebogodis that's gone on before him. As he greets them, may he look back to us with a smile. May he be the angel of Psalms 91 that will go on before Tapelo wherever he goes. Because Psalms 91 speaks about man who has gone over to the other side. And then may he turn back and look at us with a smile, because he is taking his final bow. What a performance. What a time. What a play. What a movie. What a lifetime. And as we step on the other side, Seputla Sebogodi, we know that you've been welcomed by the other angels. In the mighty name of our Lord and our Savior, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ, all shall agree by saying, all shall agree by saying, all shall agree by saying, Amen. God bless you. Amen. All we're going to do is vote of thanks, and we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our program director, Nakedi Ribani, Usarobucha TV one laka black and white. You are still beautiful, my sister. The South African State Theatre in the following order: the chairperson of the council, the CEO, the artist director, and the rest of the queue that was responsible or still responsible for the technicalities.
The Cartel Funeral Home, you're doing a superb job. SAS TV, Artist Connection, Lulu Teola, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen of the media and fellow artists, Reali Lebora, we also acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Minister of Social Development, Mr. Hanif Hendricks. We thank you for gracing us with your presence. Le batho ka moka ba ba tšereng nako go tla go ba le rena, go tlo nna le rena, le gona go tla go re homotša. And to those that are also watching us in other platforms, re a leboga, re homotšegile, re a le leboga go menagane. Thank you very much. Thobela gape. Go tloga mo, after the service, re tlo ba le another memorial service tomorrow, the 24th, go Jack Waters Hall in Polokwane. And then followed by Saturday, the funeral service, which will also be held go Jack Waters Hall. Sorry, memorial service to Tomaga 12. Sorry. Funeral service to Tomaga 8 go Jack Waters Hall, 25th of July, which is the Saturday. Followed by the cemetery, which is Silicon Polokwane, Limpopo. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. You've been thanked. And so I'm just coming to say goodbye in case you are not sure, because I can see you still want to have some fun. But we made it. And apologies to all the other people who were not on the program who really wanted to say something. It's not by design of being rude or whatever, but we just had to keep to what we have. And thank you for being patient, for understanding. Thank you. Bye bye, Lisa Maimpi. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, man. We made it.
Unomkadimile motswalle Wariputa kalerato Le hape lui utlile butuku Weteta toyao Tumele tate Tati se tole mamelo Hote kelike khore uluki le ul Tata ise Jehovah kimufoko diwahau kitekesele mautunga hawu wena upulusi waka Kivi peditwe ke busuku solo hello ya burati wawaka akitse ki tate kimpa kiku bela mata tumele tate kati se toli mamelo Hote kilike khore uluki le ulukile everybody tate ha ke sa sepila o lelele haila o thuse ke tsebe gore tate se o kadimile sona bileso hauri ke si le ke salika gore tate le hauri ke le sali le barata chwali como kisalika everybody say le halifu le kaula tutaka tate chise everybody say fela kina liwena ushoko lidi tate chise Thank you so much, and may God bless you.